Alright, well, time for that date. To the zoo! Finally, the elusive zoo date that I've heard so much about. Apparently, the zoo dates are pretty awesome, so I'm looking forward to these.
Yes, what do you need, sunshine?
Hi, BAE. Would you want to go out with me tomorrow?
I suppose I could do that.
Cool. How about we go to the zoo?
Oh, the zoo.
Yeah, what's wrong with the zoo?
Well, it's not exactly what I would have had in mind.
Don't you like animals?
They're fine, but why would you want to spend your time just looking at them?
'Cause seeing them in person is a good experience.
I don't see how.
Okay, just tell me, are you gonna come or not?
I'll come, Sugar Plum.
Fantastic. I'll meet you tomorrow at the bus stop.
Alright, ta-ta.
Bye! It's always the ones he's not super enthused by that we end up taking him there more than once. Hey, BAE.
Hello, dear.
Why so glum looking? We haven't even gotten there yet.
I know, that's the problem. Buses are uncomfortable.
You baby. So, do you have something you want to see, or...?
No, you can decide all that for us. I'll just be along for the ride.
And you sound so excited about it.
Sorry, Posy. But I did say I wasn't enthusiastic about coming here.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite animal?
I haven't really thought about that.
Seriously?
Yes, I have other things to think about.
Well, I'll give you 2 seconds to think about it now. Go! And done. What's your favorite animal?
I don't have one.
Not good enough.
How not surprising that the truth isn't good enough for you.
Fine, forget it. Do you have a least favorite animal?
No, Starfish, I don't.
Alright, we're gonna go look at the bears.
That's fine with me.
You know, I saw a bear in the wild once.
Really?
Yeah, I got within like 2 feet of it, too. Hey, I'm not lying. It was a stuffed animal, though.
Oh, you.
What are you doing? You can't just stand in the middle of the walkway and have a conversation. Move out of the way if you're gonna talk.
We're so sorry. Clearly this walkway is incredibly small, and there is no way anyone could get past us with all this room that's not right there. Can you tell I'm being sarcastic? Because I am.
I knew it was Nate. I read that line, I'm like, don't give me unknown. I know my old boo. And that's how he sounds. Annoyed. It doesn't matter if people can get around you. It's still not what you're supposed to do. Don't you know anything about etiquette in these kinds of places? I'm trying to remember if we took Nate to the zoo or not. If we did, it was only once, though. Yeah, hey Nate. What the hell are you doing here? Being obstructed by you two. Besides that, maybe I'll tell you if you move to the correct place for a chat.
No thank you, Cookie.
Then I've got nothing else to say to you people. I'm leaving. Wait, I wanted to know.
Bye-bye.
Well, that was weird.
It certainly was.
And now I'm mad. Why would Nate come to the zoo of all places?
Maybe he was meeting some friends. Or maybe he wanted that very special experience of seeing these animals in person. Either way, I'd prefer not to spend our time here talking about him.
Why not? It's barely less interesting than what we were talking about before.
True, but wouldn't it be something if instead we came up with a topic more interesting to discuss?
Oops. I'm like, how come it was lagging on me? I guess we could give that a shot.
Oh, fantastic. I look forward to hearing what you come up with.
Hello. Why don't you think of something?
That's simple. What I normally think about is a bit too advanced for you to comment much on. It's always better for you to pick. That way it will certainly be on your level.
Uh-huh. I think it's more likely that your thoughts are not actually more interesting.
If that's what you want to think, feel free.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. So, do you have a favorite animal now?
No. Sorry, Muffin.
It's fine. I bet animals don't like you either. Alright. Well, that was zoo date number 1. Where he didn't want to talk about Nate. Okay.
Good afternoon, sunshine.
Hey, baby. How's it going?
As well as one could expect.
I'm sure it's much better now that you've gotten to see me.
Of course. You are the only light of my life. That's why I called you Sunshine just then.
I knew it. Oh, hello, Shiloh. You've actually been surprisingly absent during your BFF's route. Hi, Jerky. Hi, bae.
Hello.
Sup, Shiloh? I bet your day is also 100% better since you got to talk to me. Yeah, talking to you is so much fun. You know, I've got to ask. Bae, how do you deal with the fact that your buddy, Shiloh, frequently and pretty openly flirts with your girlfriend?
That's simply his way.
And that's it?
There isn't much else to say.
So I guess that means you'd be totally cool if Shiloh was able to steal me away from you.
There is no such thing as stealing someone's girlfriend, Twinkle. Unless he physically picks you up and runs away. To the point, if you chose him over me, then I wasn't a good enough boyfriend to you.
Wow, that's so nice and reasonable. You got something else up your sleeve?
Just my arms, Muffin. Though, of course, if something such as that did happen, I would naturally be upset with the correct party.
Which is...
The person leaving me for something as petty as not flirting with him as well as someone else.
Point taken. What's your opinion on this, Shiloh?
I don't want to steal anything from anyone.
But do you want me to date you instead of your good friend Bae? Did you not mean it all those times you hinted at wanting to be with me?
That's
not a fair question, and you know it, Sweet Pea.
You really are a good friend, Bae.
I'm only being reasonable.
Yeah.
Yep, this is a totally reasonable situation we've got going on. Whatever, though. It's fun for me. Poor Shiloh. Put on the spot, like, do I lie or tell the truth? Who do I care about opinion the most? He probably would have sided with Bae in the end. Because Shiloh is actually a decent friend to Bae. Shockingly. Ah. It's birthday time for the one and only friend Lynn. There used to be a jerk Lynn. Nate. I'm trying to think if we saw Bae at all during Nate's route with as far as dating's concerned, and I don't think we did. Which is very interesting to me. Maybe we saw him once. Man, my memory is terrible. Okay, let's do one more week of texting. And then next week we'll do another zoo date. I think is what we'll do. Yes. Yes, that's what we'll do. Alright, baby. Actually, Alicia, how are things? Ooh. That looks good. And Missy, we haven't talked in a while. It's only the troublemakers, but even that's 3 out of 3 out of 3s. Okay. Good, good. To the zoo again.
Yes? What do you need, Gumdrop?
Hiya, Bae. I hope you're free tomorrow, because I want to go out somewhere.
Uh-huh. I think I can find the time. Where were you planning on going?
The zoo.
Oh, the zoo. How I would love to go there again.
Great, we can meet up at the bus stop again.
Yes, that would be just wonderful.
Perfect, it's settled then.
I know you know how much I enjoy going to the zoo.
That I do. See you tomorrow.
Actually, I think something else might come up.
It's too late to back out now. You already said it's okay, and I don't care that it was sarcastically, so you better be there.
Fine. Goodbye.
Bye. She's like, I know you're being sarcastic with me right now, but I'm ignoring it. Because gosh darn, I'm taking you to the zoo. Ah, yes, one of my favorite outfits. Hey, Bae, it's good that you made it.
Yes, it's so very good that I'm here and about to take an awful bus ride to a place I don't want to be.
And it's all worth it because it's with me.
Of course, dear.
Alright, let's get started.
Like before, you may decide where we go.
Naturally.
But could you at least do me the favor of explaining why exactly you wanted to come here a second time? You've already seen the animals.
Well, we didn't get to everything, and some things we had to pass by really quick.
I see.
Yeah, so let's go see the bears.
What? We spent more time looking at the bears than any other animal last time.
You remember that?
I have an excellent memory, Sugar Plum.
No! No! Is every date here just gonna be Nate being angry? Oh no, my poor heart. I love this boy so much. Fine. We can do it. You know, I also have a good memory, and I seem to remember you two getting in the way like this before. Why can't either of you ever learn? Seriously, Nate? Why are you here again? Why are you standing in the middle of this path again?
It's impolite to answer a question with another question, Sunshine.
You have no right to lecture someone else on being polite. Do you really care that much about walkway etiquette, or is this just an excuse to complain at us? The former, of course. I can't stand having to spend my time explaining things to people who should already know better, especially after I've already done it before. Oh right, you're not Bae, he's one who wants to complain at people. Well, congrats, Nate, you picked the slightly more pathetic option out of the two.
I think you can consider us a lost cause, Sweet Pea. Perhaps it's time to move on and go back to doing whatever it is that you do here. Unless volunteering as hall monitor is what you do here.
What he said, but actually tell me why you're here before you go. I barely want to look at you right now, much less have a little chit-chat. Man, you need to calm down. It's not that big a deal.
She's right, Muffin.
Telling someone to calm down doesn't help them calm down. And I don't need to calm down. I'm being completely reasonable right now. Will you talk to us if we move to the side a bit? I'll consider it.
That gives me more of a reason not to move.
Wow, that's pretty immature, Bae. I thought you were supposed to be the adult around here. He's never acted like an adult. He's just as bad as everyone else at that school, maybe even worse.
Tisk, tisk, I'm not taking what you have to say seriously right now, because it is not worth taking seriously. See how that makes sense? And once you start making sense, I'll listen.
Not blocking the main area of traffic is completely sensible. Can we please stop talking about this? It's not funny anymore. It was never funny. I demand a new topic of conversation. Fine, I'm leaving. Again. That's not much of a conversation.
You know, it's cute how he always gives up like that.
I'm just gonna ignore how you called someone other than me cute. I can't believe we still don't know why he comes to the zoo.
I can't believe you still care to know. That's not true. I can believe that. You do love to amuse yourself with meaningless questions.
Whatever, I'll figure it out someday.
Good for you, Dumpling.
I will move to the side next time and get that answer I'm looking for.
Why did we spend so much time with the bears again? I thought you wanted to see what we missed last time.
Hey, I also said I wanted to make up for how we had to pass by some animals quickly.
We didn't pass by the bears quickly.
It was too quickly for me.
Oh yes, of course.
At least I wasn't being a sourpuss all afternoon.
My apologies. I thought that was the point of coming to a zoo, to look at unusual animals.
Yeah, nice one, BAE.
Thank you.
I'll give you that one, I guess. Freaking Nate just gonna continue yelling at us. One more time. These boys. They're just such a handful. Alright. Let's get back into our routine of texting. Until next week. Not next weekend. Next month. And then we'll be good to go. We're almost at the end of our dates, though, so I don't really want to hurry to it, but I also want to hurry to it. Ah, the conundrum. Running out of pleasant dates, but also wanting to experience more pleasant dates. Alright. Next weekend, for sure, we'll go on that date. Assuming there isn't another birthday between now and then. Nope. Okay. Well, BAE, it's that time of the month. To the zoo! To see Nate. One more time.
Yes.
Hey, baby. Are you free tomorrow?
For you, of course.
Wonderful. Let's go out.
Where to, Ducky?
Do you really need to know?
Yes, I do.
Don't you trust me?
I trust that there are places you like to go that I do not, so I will need to know what you're planning in order to agree.
Oh, so that's how it is. You won't see me unless it's at a place you like?
For the most part, yes.
You're horrible.
This is for the benefit of both of us. I can only humor something so much, and if it is truly unpleasant for me, it will ultimately make the date joyless for you as well.
Fine. The zoo.
What? How could going there a third time have any point? I think we've had quite enough of that type of quality time.
I'd love to talk about that wonderful pun, but I've gotta go. And now you know. See you tomorrow. Same place, same time. I'll be waiting. Bye.
But...
You're lucky he is mature enough to not stand a lady up. He's so angry. Not angry, annoyed. Sup, stud?
I know you haven't been answering my calls because you didn't want me to have a chance to cancel.
You called me? I had no idea.
Well, let me say this now. If you do something like that again, I won't show up. That is my advance warning.
Yeah, I figured it'd only work once.
Was taking me to the zoo again really worth your one chance with that little trick?
Yes. Because you all know who I'm hoping to run into.
Alright, Posey, where would you like to start?
How about you start with moving the hell over?
What?
You're standing in the middle of the walkway while we're talking again. I can't tolerate that. It's just too rude.
Yeah, silly me. How could I do something so reprehensible?
Yeah, it's the worst thing a human could possibly do. good sir. Oh, I love you so much. Are you making fun of me? Holy God! You're here again? Why? Okay, so that wasn't actually planned. They're both legitimately shocked. I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
Yes, dear, we were making fun of you.
Yeah, you really didn't need to ask. So why are you here for a third time? I'm not going to answer the question of someone who makes a mockery of me and my values. But you said you would. You're right, I did. The world certainly is a miserable place when people are inconsiderate like that. Oh, brother.
You know, Twinkle, there actually is no rule at the zoo saying you cannot stand in the middle of a walkway.
I didn't say it was.
And I never said you said it was. I'm simply pointing out that the thing you're getting so worked up over is completely allowed.
First, I bet you didn't even look to see if it was really a rule or not. Second, whether or not it is a rule doesn't matter. There's no rule against saying, "You're such a sheep, you should be locked up in the petting zoo here," but that doesn't mean I should say it. Wow, that was good. I think you should say it personally. It's pretty funny.
A sheep. I always thought you saw me as more of a monster, or at the very least, a wolf who'd eat the sheep.
What kind of petting zoo has wolves?
No need to get upset. It isn't my fault your analogy doesn't make sense. Anyhow, saying such things only matters if it will negatively affect the person you're saying it to. Which that certainly will.
I see. Since that's so upsetting to you, I'm glad I didn't also say that I'm completely astounded that you're actually able to make it through the zoo without collapsing, considering your physical prowess. We have to take a lot of breaks.
Yeah, saying that would have made me completely distraught. It would have been much too clever and scathing to take.
Exactly. I'm sure we can both agree that bringing up someone's glaring flaws is much more irksome than something mediocre, like generic sarcasm, for example.
Oh, absolutely, Starfish.
You're lucky all this unacceptable behavior is happening at the zoo instead of the school. There, the people in charge know I never joke around when it comes to what's appropriate, and I'm always right. You'd be in detention forever, where you belong. Really? Damn. Could you get someone expelled? Only if they broke enough rules to deserve it. I don't abuse their trust in me if that's what you're implying. But I won't hesitate to bring that option up if someone does seem to deserve it. Looking at you, BAE.
How terrifying, Muffin. I'll be sure to keep it in mind for future reference. Amazing how they're so willing to listen when it comes to that, yet they still felt the need to put you in the same group as people like me.
Those two things have nothing to do with each other! I'm leaving. Her face.
Ta-ta. I do hope you're not going to go off and cry somewhere like you often do after you get worked up like this.
Ooh, wow, that was a low blow. Ooh, BAE, yow.
Well, that's done.
I want to see the bears again.
Oh.
Oh my lord, we never found out why he kept coming to the zoo.
What a tragedy.
I think I'm gonna die. Investigating that was gonna be the whole point of this date. But then he showed up again and you guys' pissing contest made me totally forget. We have to come back.
I'm afraid you'll have to play detective on your own, Sugar Plum. I will not come here for a fourth time.
But I can't come here alone, that's pathetic.
More pathetic than throwing a tantrum because you don't know the silly reason why Nate comes to the zoo.
Yes, much more.
Unfortunate. Oh well.
But you and your lousy attitude ruined this date. How can you not make it up to me?
I have a lousy attitude.
Yes, you. Nate makes you way more spiteful.
He has no such effect on me.
Please, he does every time we come here.
Mm-hmm. And did you ever consider that coming here is what made me unhappy each time we came here?
Yeah, okay, fine. Not being told the truth is clearly the theme of this place.
Then it must be wonderful for you that we won't be coming back.
Whatever.
Consider this. Is Nate the type who goes to places on his own simply to have fun? Or is he the type to spend every waking moment stuffing his schedule with extracurricular activities?
You're saying this was some kind of school task?
Almost certainly.
Yes, I can see it. Golden Boy must have been here to scope it out as a field trip location or something. Or maybe they want to do a work program thing with the petting zoo. Wow, why didn't I think of that sooner?
You get distracted easily, sweet pea.
If that's true, then how come your attempt to move past what you just did by being a dick isn't gonna work?
Because that wasn't what I was trying to do, perhaps.
Sure. Either way, I want to say thanks. That was an honest-to-God nice thing.
You're very welcome. If you weren't so inattentive, you'd know that's something I do regularly.
Right. My bad, babe. I'll pay extra close attention to you from now on, so I don't miss any of that good stuff, if you know what I mean.
Peachy.
Now I'm curious. I want to go back to Nate's route and figure out if we went to the zoo at all. And if he really was there for extracurricular, I mean, that would make the most sense. To be there that regularly? Wow, and to threaten to throw BAE out of the school with... Oh my goodness. Nate, my darling, Nate. I can't believe how many plays he made for my heart again in this route. Just like, do you remember how much you loved me? Do you? Before you got together with this floozy? I do. I will never forget you. BAE may be BAE, but there is so much about Nate that I do love. You're still a strong number 2, sweetie, even though I know that's really bad to say to somebody like you, but whatever. I mean well, I really do. I'm sorry, but you're not BAE. BAE has to be BAE. It's just the rules of the universe. Before you know it, we're gonna be finished all these dates. And then prom, and then graduation. Goodness gracious me. Well, this is Jeremy's birthday. So I know I don't have to do anything with that. Okay. One more week of this, and then we'll go on our final date. I knew the time would come eventually. No point putting it off. Hi, Nate. Okay, I might be crazy for pointing this out to someone like you, but you know you don't wear your uniform, right? Right?
They make exceptions.
I figured. Why are you, of all people, taking it, though? Don't you want to do everything exactly as it's supposed to be?
Order is important. I wouldn't want everyone to wear the uniform however they feel like doing it.
But
I've been here for years, and I've never been comfortable with the jacket and vest they've got. I would constantly pull at it. So much so that eventually they suggested I stop using those parts of the uniform.
Of course, why didn't I think of that? Obviously you wouldn't have done it if the school wasn't the one to bring it up.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of a cute thing to picture.
Don't think about it.
Yeah. Nate, why do you keep showing up? Oh, good grief. Bleh.